What's good, family? Welcome to another episode of An Honest Conversation about hip-hop. I am your host, D. Maraney, a.k.a. Hip-Hop O-Head. And tonight, I have with me the one and only.
It's your boy, Sean Capone, the greatest rapper never known. Oh, we were trying to figure out these fucking mics and shit, man. It been so long. I'm feeling dinosaurs right about now and shit.
Yeah, last week we took a pause for the cause, but we are back this week, and we'll be back on a regular basis. And tonight, we have friend of the show, someone who's been on the show, producer, just awesome guy, father, the one and only Molly G. Man, what's good with you, man?
What's up with you?
Oh man, just chilling. It's been a while, man. I'm glad you're back.
Yeah.
And, I'm very looking forward to having this conversation with you, and just sitting back and discussing a whole lot of stuff, man. But what have you been up to before we get into talking about other shit?
Oh man, first off, rest in peace, Kobe.
Yeah, definitely.
Crazy, but man, just taking care of business, man. Taking care of this boy.
Yeah.
Working every day. Not a whole lot of production since the last time I seen you, but just one day at a time, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that seems to be what we're gonna have to do in 2020. And Sam and I were having this conversation earlier today that I think we're now at that age where, unfortunately, we can expect more crazy things or unfortunate things to happen to people that we care about. You know what I mean? Just because we're at that age now where, the people we love are 20, 30, maybe 40, maybe 50 years older than we are. You know what I mean? And we're at a certain age, and now they're at a certain age as well. You know what I mean? So I just think that's the reality of the world that, our age and where we're living at. To count every single day as your last, and love everybody in your life and let them know that, man. That Kobe shit, that's the first shit. It was just like he had everything. You know what I mean? And whether you have everything, you have nothing. You are, and I don't mean to be negative in saying this, but you have a number. Your day is coming, so you got to enjoy that until that day comes. And you got to get your shit together and live better. And so not just because Kobe, just because you have a family friend whose sister's passed away. Rest in peace, Tiff. And when that happens, voids happen in families and lives. So you got to really cherish life, and that's what we've have dealt with for all of 2019. Now going into 2020. So rest in peace, Tiff.
And slowing down, so you know what I mean. You gotta make more. Well, you gotta base importance on every day. So your number is called, and just reach out to your loved ones and love them to the fullest, and don't leave anybody on bad terms. You know what I mean? Make peace and understand what it is, and keep it pushing, man. Give back to the universe give back to you. Just give it good life, man.
Yeah, that's really what you got to do is put that positive energy out there and live a good life.
As best as possible.
Yeah, definitely. So, congratulations to your 49ers who are now just a couple days away from going to the Super Bowl. 2 days, yeah.
48 hours.
Less than 48 hours from playing big one.
Thank
Shout
you.
out Pooh.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
Bang, not again.
Shout out Pooh. We'll be able to watch the game.
We're gonna celebrate.
Which is
Pooh,
super dope. Yeah. So, should they win, the way that team is looking, that they're gonna be around for a while. Do you think? And again, we're projecting that the Niners win. Could this be a roster set up to maybe be a dynasty? If, of course, everybody stays healthy, nobody's too greedy. Kyle Shanahan sticks around, and Garoppolo, begins to blossom. Do you think that they have the roster as is now? With these guys maturing at how they appear to mature. Do you think this is a dynasty roster? I'll start with you.
It can.
Yeah.
It definitely can, because you started the right way with that good line, that good defensive line. You started where you were supposed to, and then you got your got the quarterback that we needed in the midst of all that, and we surrounded by rookies that know what they doing, and they all hogs. So that's a team you just add to. You don't have to really take nothing away from that. You just add to, fill in the blanks. Once they, because we gonna have, we're not perfect.
Right.
You always can get better. So that's the type of team. The way they built it on that line first, that was very important to get them hogs like that on that D line.
And to have them there for a while.
Yeah. And then you got Garoppolo on the humbug, like Debo Samuel and we got Emmanuel Sanders. We got a lot of hogs, and it's balanced. The coaching is what it needs to be. Both Shanahans. Hey, it's set up right.
Yeah, definitely is. What do you think, son?
I wish we had cameras on right now because Molly had the twinkle in his eye.
It's been a minute.
There is promise.
It's been a minute, man.
Brother Marcus Garvey came down
been
and
a minute.
started leading. But you know what, man? Hey, to be honest, the Niners built the right way. They brought in the right talent. There's not too many key free agents that they brought in. Emmanuel Sanders, he is a free agent after this year, so I don't know if they're gonna recoup and pick him back up.
Why not?
That's a question.
It would be smart for him to do that.
Well, it would be smart, but with Emmanuel Sanders, they can get a receiver in the draft if they go pretty high in the second, third round. I don't know if they'll be Emmanuel Sanders esque, but
No.
the beautiful thing with the 49ers,
I don't think you take a dip. If you get to the Super Bowl, you want to come back with that same roster, unless you're going to upgrade.
You don't have to, and I'll tell you why you don't have to. This is the scary part about the 49ers.
Okay.
Is with the offense, the way that it's clicking, these kids are still young. So this is a year that they're understanding this system. This is a year Jimmy G has been healthy.
Right.
You got Kittle, who's only going to get better. You got Debo Samuel, who stepped in and is not playing like a rookie. So you got core pieces, and they're patient. They're patient with the run game, and when they're patient with the run game, their defense can sustain and get 3 and outs to opposing offenses, and it's not like they're playing cupcakes, and that's why I was earlier in the year I was saying they're playing cupcakes, but no, they're shutting down the Drew Breeses and the Russell Wilsons, and they're containing them in big moments, and this team is only going to get better. In the core of the team, the stars are players that they have picked up from the draft
organically.
So they've done that now, and it's got them in a successful position where they're over here playing for a title. I think that they can do it again to go ahead and fit key pieces in. Like I said, Emmanuel Sanders is a gift as far as he was in a bad situation with Denver, and they turned that around. But he's a free agent. He might take less money to be to be part of the organization.
I think it's a smart. I think it's a smart move if he does take less money.
No, of course.
Come back.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean? Even on a one year deal or whatnot, come back, take some money to go ahead and prove yourself. A lot of folks have done that before. So I think the Niners have a 3-year window, honestly. I think they have a 3-year window where, and I don't think it's just because talent. I think because the way the NFL works, some of these guys are gonna want to go ahead and get paid, and they're gonna chase that money. So I think they got a 3-year window to be elite at a lot of different positions on the field. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
And the good thing, from what I can tell, is these young guys are having fun. That's the key to keeping them together. The offense that they running is keeping everybody involved. Everybody's happy, spreading the wealth. So that's a big key to it. From what I could tell, it looked like everybody happy. So we got at least a couple more years with this.
I think it's more than 3 years because these guys are all young. They are all young, and I mean, 3 years. I would say maybe 3 or 4 years. Where the problem is who we gonna pay and who gonna get this max money.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's where
you got to
the
figure out who
question
you're
lies.
paying. Yeah.
But again, that's where your GM comes in and you fill key pieces, and you're not gonna get the same stats or the same line from losing one of your key rookies, but you can bring somebody in to kind of fill in and sustain and do at least half the production of who was there before.
Right, and you expect other pieces to improve, backs to mature and get better numbers, receivers, Jimmy to throw more. So you have your cornerstones.
It's going to happen.
Cornerstones like the Kittles or whatever. So yeah, definitely, it's something that is going to go ahead and happen. So real quickly, Simon, we were talking about this before. You're a big Raider fan. And the rumor of Tom Brady, possibly putting on that silver and black, the Oakland Raiders, because he a Raider from the Bay to L.A. to Las Vegas. Shout out to Yuck Muff on that one. But how you feeling, Simon, with possible Tommy boy putting the eye patch on and becoming a Raider?
Nah, I don't like it. I respect Tom Brady's game, and the culture of winning and how tough he is, but I think we so far along. We far along, but then we close in the same token. I wouldn't want to invest or put all our eggs in the basket for just Tom Brady, because we need way more than Tom Brady to get us at least at a playoff, to be on a playoff caliber team.
So would you sacrifice, let's say, 2 years at $20 million for a chance to see Tom Brady, do what he does for 2 years, and you're guaranteed, you're guaranteed a playoff shot. Him getting you to the playoffs.
Because we can do. I think we can do that shit now. We
were without him.
We were one game away from the playoffs, playing as shitty as we was. You know what I mean? And we had injuries. We got receivers that probably couldn't start in a high school fucking capacity and shit like that. So our top receiver was hurt.
What was a kid from Clemson? I like him.
The kid, Hunter Renfro.
Yeah, I like him. Man.
Yeah, he broke a rib in the middle of the season, and he was our slot receiver was our leading receiver, and that's a fucking problem.
Yeah,
that is a problem.
Yeah. And so you think it's the weapons that Carr didn't have that really fucked up his season?
No, of course. I mean,
okay.
So Carr's got it, but he's got to progress too. It's time for him to start progressing this shit as well. But we need to get him some help.
So what do you do? What do you do with these 2 first-round picks you have? What do you do?
It's interesting, man, because I personally we got to get a receiver. We got to get a receiver because we got Tyrell Williams. We put a lot of money into Tyrell Williams, and he's. When he came in, he was expected to be the number 2 receiver with AB.
That was a cat from Diego.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 6'5" brother, run 4.4, pretty smooth, not a great route runner, but he can go over the top.
Yeah.
And he's a big body, but
Rivers used to get it to him. He was getting it in the end zone. I'm familiar.
And
with
Carr can get it to him too. But the thing is, when he starts to see in San Diego and then in the beginning part of the year, he was seeing single coverage. So he gonna body a corner with him with one-on-one coverage, but when he's the focal point and you got the safety over the top, he's not that elite receiver to go ahead and beat double coverage, and that's where we kind of fuck with him. So we need another receiver to keep the defense honest. We got Waller, the tight end, which he had 1,000 yards receiving, so he balled this year. But we need a number 2 receiver to kind of keep the safeties honest, so Williams doesn't always receive that double coverage because he's not going to beat that shit. So, I mean, I'm going receiver and then maybe an outside linebacker, somebody that can go ahead and get some pressure off the edge as far as an outside linebacker or maybe a lineman or some shit. But
so
I'm going back.
Which receiver you snatching?
I'll take Randy Moss at 40 and shit right now. Like, anybody will work, you know what I mean? But
what do you think about his kid, Randy Moss Jr.?
He balled in the bowl game. I mean, that was the first time I've seen him.
Or whatever. Yeah.
He balled
He's
in the bowl
going to be
game.
available. He's going to be coming out in the draft. I can see somebody, picking him up. I can see the Raiders drafting him.
Mid to late rounds. I wouldn't reach that early.
You'd be heated if he was picked in the first round?
Oh, yeah.
Even at, what's your latest pick in the first, like 28th or something like that?
No, we got shit. We good, bro. We got I think, I don't know if it's 14 or 15, and then we turned back around at 19. Yeah, so we got some. You
got 3 picks in the top 20, or 2 in the top 20?
2 in the top 20, and then we got 5 picks in the first 3 rounds. Yeah, so we stacking. Yeah, we stacking. We have no.
Gruden can't fuck that up. And we were talking outside about the fact you think you want to tank, and I never got to tell you the reason why I think that's not going to happen. outside of football, I don't know if y'all have heard, they're building that train station that's going to go from Apple Valley directly to Vegas. So they're not going to have a Raider team that's not performing out there at the prices and the events that they're trying to put together. This is all bigger. This is all bigger
hold
than,
the fuck
than
up.
the Raiders.
Relax, homie, because they're going to come because they're shutting off the fucking strip for the NFL draft.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
event.
you're going to,
That's one event. The city is trying to turn every Sunday into some magical shit. They got Drake.
It's going to be magical, man. You see the stadium and shit like that? Like, it's going to be an event.
But they talk about
motherfucker, you swear like one losing season is going to go ahead and back them the fuck out and not have nobody committed.
But you don't want that type of energy because check it out. They're going to have weekends. No, real talk.
Man, who is you, Robert Kraft, motherfucker? Like, man, shit.
Listen, what does the general public of today want? They want moments. They want to be able to snap on Instagram. Be in the boo at the Raider game. If you sorry, no one's claiming you. Instagram's been around for a whole long time, right? How many motherfuckers do you see I'm here posted at the Clipper game? You see that shit now? Because Kawhi, Paul George is there.
I can't believe you talking this bullshit.
But what are you talking about?
You talking this bullshit. Look at the Cowboys. They didn't make the playoffs and shit like that, and I want to be in the moment. Like, get the fuck out of here. They still rocking.
Cowboys are an institution. Now, I agree with you. The Raiders are an institution, but the Raiders are the newly Las Vegas Raiders. And you don't want to go in stinking. And
what you going to do? You going to go play blackjack at the MGM Grand, or you going to go watch the fucking Raider game?
I'm going to go play blackjack.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
I'm going to
win
money. If I'm at the Raider game,
man.
Well, listen, son, because check this out.
Bro.
I can watch the Raider game.
I
can
never
chill
seen this
in the
motherfucker play
book.
blackjack in my life.
I can chill in the sports book. Negro, but when we went to Vegas, what did we do? We took our ass over to the Harris or whatever. We ain't been to Vegas in like 25 years and shit. But we went over to the Harris sports book.
We wasn't going to the UNLV game and shit. You know what I mean? But
walked up, sat down, placed our bets.
This guy
chilled there for a minute.
You talking out of your ass, D? Because fucking the Vegas. First of all, Vegas Summer League is fucking popping. You got everybody in that motherfucker, and you watching about maybe 15 superstars. If that, not even that, you probably watching about 6 superstars, and then you got the rest is D League motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
This is how I know you old. This Vegas Summer League ain't about cats balling. It's about the females that's out there, the industry contacts that they trying to make.
These bitches ain't gonna be in the motherfucking Regent Stand or Allegiant Stand or whatever.
It's a destination. Nobody going to see how Kyle Kuzma jumper is looking. Man, like, oh man, Kyle Kuzma jumper looking great. Nah, they trying to go out there. They trying to see A, B, C, and D. It's a network function.
These motherfuckers got A, B, C, and D, and you saying it right because they got 4 fucking buildings of all different squads and shit playing at the same fucking time, and all of them is sold the fuck out to go watch fucking what's homeboy's name? What was y'all point guard Hart? What's
Jason Hart?
To go watch Josh Hart fucking play. Get the fuck out of here,
they knew LeBron was gonna be there. They knew that
here.
Melo. It's about the people who are in the stands. It's not about who's playing on the court. It's not. Trust and believe, man. When I used to go to over here in UC Irvine when it was over there, it wasn't about who was playing on the court. I didn't care who was on the Reebok All-Stars at the time. I wanted to bump into Norm Nixon. I wanted to bump into Magic Johnson. It was about the people who was there. You know, not about, oh, man, we get to see this cat right here play that we never, ever going to hear about again. You know, and this is before it was the official NBA shit. This is when you could copy your team and run your 12 against the Laker team. You know, it'd be the Arco fast break.
30% of Raider Nation gonna be there every
week. That's
what
I'm saying. This motherfucker don't know. Man, you go to any Raider game out here in LA, the Chargers or the Coliseum, anything like that. It's nothing but Raider fans fucking over there, and you don't think they're gonna be in Vegas?
But it's going to be different. They're going to travel, but it's going to be
a different. The motherfuckers is going 6 hours to the Bay to go see these motherfuckers on Sunday. You don't think they're going to do a 3.5 hour run?
It's only 8 weeks.
They
figured that in their schedule. A lot of Raider Nation, they done did that already.
I mean, what I'm trying to say is I think it's going to be big paper to get on any of those spots. The Airbnbs, these places that they're going to build around, the stations from Apple Valley, to Apple Valley to Vegas. I think it's big paper.
Got family and shit out there.
Sunday. They gonna come that Friday.
It's a 3-day.
But they're not going to come for a sorry team.
Yes, they will, man.
You think so?
All right.
Brand new.
Raider fans are not Falcon fans. We rock with our boys. We don't give up in week 2 and shit.
The dome shouldn't be getting sold out, but it's getting sold out.
Exactly. They go watch a sorry ass team.
So
what the fuck is there to do in Atlanta? Go play in the fucking sticks? You know what I mean? Like ain't shit to do out there.
Nah, man.
What you go? Hey,
you holler at the Migos.
Hey, Bubba Sparks go be at House of Blues and shit.
Ugly,
for brunch. You know what I mean? Yeah, come on. Now they gonna get support.
What he say? I didn't choose Rhyme. Rhyme chose me. I was like, go ahead, Bubba. He's getting ugly.
But I think they can.
Shout out to Bubba
They
Sparks.
can tank a year and still not fuck with the fan base.
All right, that's what's up, man. So let's get into this hip hop shit real quick, man. So did y'all see Diddy's little speech where he's talking about basically us getting a bigger share of hip hop and how we have been, how we have been overlooked and taken advantage of, and he's been, Diddy and Jay have been on the Black Excellent Vibes for a very, very long time. So Sauce Money, if you guys are familiar with Sauce Money, he co-wrote or allegedly completely wrote "I'll Be Missing You," the B.I.G. tribute. Has collaborated in some way with Jay-Z. We don't know what songs, but he's been credited as collaborating with Jay. Basically called them both out and said, yo, man, y'all talking all this, pay us what we, are due and give us fair contracts, but y'all are turning around and employing some of them same practices, on your own people. To follow that up, Mace comes out of nowhere and says, yo, Puff, at 19, I gave you my publishing. I offered you 20 racks at some point. You told me you needed at least 2 million. Or no, I bought it for 20 racks. Or you bought it from me for 20 racks at 19. I wanted to buy it from you for 2 million. You told me no. You got to give me a certain amount of money that this European cat was giving him. So he called him out as well. So my thoughts are this. Puff has always been notoriously linked with bad deals. Like, you can't tell me really one artist that has dealt with Puff under Bad Boy that you could say is still winning, still on top. There's people
positive to say about it.
Right. There's still people around him that he's brushed with, Rick Ross is, because there was a time he was sprinkling himself with the Nickies and the Ricks and stuff like that.
But they wasn't signed to Bad Boy.
No, but they wasn't. But I can't think of a Bad Boy artist that is still musically relevant, and if so, still has some sort of relationship closely with Puff. So is that the cat that should really be giving a speech about, hey, let's be fair and we need to start owning our own shit, when he's turning around and pretty much owning everybody's shit? Let's start with you, son. What you think?
I mean, and this is where we get it fucked up, because all it is just a speech and it's talk. You know what I mean? So he just running his mouth. I mean, we don't need to. We need to just take back the industry. He got a position of power where he's got multimedia access, as far as not as just labels, but the revolt as well. So it's like, man, shut the fuck up and put it to the paint. You know what I mean? As far as get busy. Don't talk. Hey, I'm gonna take his words. Don't talk about it. Be about it. You know what I mean? So he just need to get active. You know what I mean? We do too much fucking talking and not enough fucking action, and that's why the fuck we're in the position that we are. We can fucking mastermind this shit all day, but if nobody puts any effort and moves forward with it and takes any action, I mean, all it is just fucking talk. And we've been talking our heads off for too fucking long. So we need to go in and claim what the fuck's ours. Period.
Gotcha. Molly, what you think about this situation, man, with Puff and Mace?
He probably should have had something in place to kick back to them people that he so-called fucked over, if that's the case. Like, if you
at least kiss him, shit.
Have something in place to get them right, because he know in this era with the internet, people gonna come out and call you on your shit. Like, you got to know that. And I know got sense enough to know that. So why not just have something in place to make it right with?
Right.
At least some of them people, so they'll be able to come out and say, "Oh yeah, man, you know, and this time something like this happened. Somebody come out and vouch for you."
The crazy shit is that, in what May said, he gave his shit up at 19 to publish it. He doesn't get it back till he's 50.
That's 30 fucking years. You know what I mean?
50.
This motherfucker sold his publishing for more. You know what I mean? On a mortgage term.
Yeah. For 20 racks.
Yeah, Puff is fucking foul. You know, that's fuck, dude. That's slavery. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, man, it's kids in third world sewing fucking T-shirts that's gonna see more than 20 racks in 30 years. Then you know what I mean? Than what the fuck Mace is doing, and he had the national platform. Thank God that Mace is a name, and he branded himself to where he can do shows and at least make some side money to feed his family.
That's
you
what
know
he was
I mean?
saying in the post, was that, you know, he had to do shows he didn't want to, because he needed that opportunity to continue to let people know he was around and establish his brand. So it's like, I really don't want to fuck with you, but, you know, I had to in those situations. And, you know, he offers him, if it's true, he offered Puff $2 million, and Puff didn't take the $2 million. I mean, honestly, Puff shouldn't have took shit. At some point, he should have gave his shit back. And it's crazy because, remember, the Locks threatened to what, throw this nigga out a window or kill him some shit.
Multiple times.
Yeah,
multiple times. Yeah.
If they got their shit back somehow. So,
and it took them years. You know what I mean?
And that's why I don't really rock with Puff. And again, he had a big, large footprint on the industry. You can never take that away from him. But the business side of that is completely shady, and there's nothing but bodies that are attached to that. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate, man, because he had talent. Talent. People who had really legitimate talent, and it's just like, you know, I would say other than Mary survived and was able to get the fuck out, but, you know, she wasn't with Puff as long as some of these other artists. You know?
We in the era now where you can't just be talking that shit and not have somebody vouch for you.
Right.
Well, no,
you
but
talk that type of shit where you saying that you
but
want
we kind of are in the era. We are
way.
in the era though, because that's all it is, man. It's all gas and hot air. We live in the era of trolling and shit like that, and you can say whatever you want, but
they came out immediately like,
right.
Hold on,
right. And so
talk that shit, make it right with us first.
I agree with what Molly is saying. I think what Molly's trying to say is that Puff has too much dirt to think he can do this new school shit. Like, you can do new school shit and be new school because you ain't got a lot of dirt. Puff been in the game for way too long, and he's done too many people like that. For you to jump on stage,
soapbox,
right? Exactly.
Blah blah blah. And you done did all these people dirty. People, motherfucker, come out on their page like, hold on,
yeah,
and give you a IO to buy, yeah, like, look,
you know what you did. You know what the code is? Shit is. These are just two motherfuckers speaking out. You know what I mean? Imagine everybody. What the fuck you think Loon got to say about Puff?
Loon did say some
Carl
shit.
Thomas and
Mark Curry said some shit. There's a lot of people who have said some shit for a very long time.
Shine. I want to hear from Shine.
Shine has said his shit.
Nobody vouch for you?
Yeah, where's Farnsworth Bentley at?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Where he just disappeared. You don't know where this cat at. No longer in the limelight. So, I mean, it is what it is. But what I want to ask y'all is this: is it okay to talk about Jay-Z's NFL deal now? We're a week away from the Super Bowl, a couple days away from the Super Bowl, and I think we've had ample enough time to see if this deal was what it was supposed to be. Remember, it was supposed to be this social justice initiative pact with the NFL to improve community relations with the NFL and give players platforms so they could talk about things that really meant things to them and impact the community and all this kind of stuff, and podcasts and players were going to do this and that. So we're a week away from this, or again, 2 days away from the Super Bowl. Molly, I'll ask you, when it was sold to you the way it was sold to you, do you feel that you've gotten what was, sold?
I really don't know what he was selling.
Oh, okay.
I see what he's saying, but what the hell are you talking about? Like the initiatives and this and
right,
that?
Right.
That's all new to me. So exactly what do you mean by that? I didn't understand none of it. And trying to put certain acts on as a compensation,
yeah,
that's a bunch of bullshit too. Like,
I feel
it just all sound like, I mean, he just positioning to try to get the team or whatever. Just do that and be done with it. But I know that a lot of the shit is just, you know, rubbing elbows and getting next to people and putting yourself in a position. However you got to do that.
Right.
That's what it seemed like you're doing. And ultimately, you just want to get a team, so do that.
Yeah.
To me, look like a bunch of bullshit. I don't know what he means by any of that. And I think it's just to satisfy the people who need stroking. Some of these people need to hear that bullshit about these initiatives and all. So it just kind of went one ear and out the other. And I know that at some point he's just trying to get a team.
Right.
So I guess let's just get to that.
Right. Just take your little 5% of the Steelers. That's historic, you know. And this is no hate at all at Jay. We said this many episodes back. It just smells like bullshit. You want in on the biggest platform. You are a businessman. You told us that. You a businessman, you know. And so, you know, you are a capitalist. And that's why people love you. And you're still, you know, one of the dopest rappers of your time. But you've always been this kind of about me business person. So we accept that as well. Those of us that know. So just don't lie to us. You want a part of the team. And the only way you're going to get in with your past to be overlooked is you have to do the NFL a favor. And so this is a favor. Be our face. Take the brunt of, you know, what's going to happen. And then eventually, you know, when this 5% is available and we go through the process of clearing all this and that, we'll make sure that you get it. How historic will it be? It'll be a good look for the NFL, and it'll be a good look for you and Rock Nation. And then it's a go. It's a wrap.
Now we got these woke people now, right?
Yeah.
So I think that what he is doing a lot of now is kind of pacifying those people with the bullshit, because those are the people who want to hear all that. Like, to me, real niggas just want some results, and whatever you trying to do it. If you want to get a team, get it. I respect your hustle. Like,
hell yeah.
A businessman is shrewd at the end of the day. A businessman gonna step on some toes. Like, let's not act like we don't know that that's a part of it. Of course, it's not about fucking people over. It's about who you fuck over.
Right.
And who you step on to get to the top.
Right.
So that's a part of it, but we know that's a part of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's real shit.
Like,
it's part
at the end of the day, he's trying to get a team, and I don't see too much of nothing that he's doing wrong. And I know that everybody got an opinion.
Right.
Mine is, if you gonna do that shit, do it. Like, what's the problem? Black man at the end of the day is setting himself up to own a team.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, at what price? Because you don't throw your people under the bus to get in that position, to get in that chair. You know what I mean? Like, you do it with integrity. You got to be shrewd, but have integrity. Now, I think the biggest thing that Jay has contributed since this whole acquisition is Dream Chasers.
You're not talking about Meek's label. You talking about
he opening up Meek's label, investing with Meek, but they need to change the name to Dream Sellers, because that's what the fuck they selling us, is a fucking dream. You know, with Jay, he hasn't contributed to anything. If anything, he's fucking he's thrown salt on the wound as far as the fucking problem we have with the NFL and the whole Kaepernick thing and how they respect us and look at us. They did the debacle in fucking week 10 or some shit like that for the workout, and Jay was not at the workout, not in support of just Kaepernick. Fuck the community, because we know he don't care about the community, but he wasn't in support of Kaepernick or anything to deal with that to get over the bias that started this shit in the first place. Kaepernick still ain't working. There's fucking probably 8 quarterbacks in the NFL that Kaepernick is better than, and he's still not offered a job. But that's shit. Kaepernick is in all of us, because there's been positions that we have not been accepted because of the color of our skin our fucking background. Not because we're not qualified, but because just because of who we look like, and because, again, where we were brought up. You know? So, no, fuck Jay. I mean, like I said, get your money, but, you know, just make sure you got enough money to pay for your soul when it's all said and done.
I'll say this. I think he got in over his head. I think what ended up happening was he went into this thinking he was going to have a little more control, a little more leverage. And then when he realized the first couple of things that happened, where he given the money to the girl that cut the dreads off and all this other bullshit, it was just week after week of just real bad news for him. And it was making him look bad. and I think they just kind of pulled the plug on.
Oh, they was ahead
because they stopped doing all these little special functions, and it was it. It was just basically down to like fake and living color halftime show type shit. So a rapper comes out, you know what I mean? They got the team video in the background, G-Eazy, and you got fucking Odell Beckham running routes in the background, That was pretty much it, So I don't know. I don't know where he goes from this. Hope maybe he gets more control next year, who knows, but this is definitely a peculiar look for Jay. But if it leads to him getting the team,
I'll tell you this.
It is what it is.
Whatever he do, we gonna fall for the shit again. You know what I mean? We just that sleep. You know what I mean? As far as
so.
In a hole. You know what I mean? We gonna fall for it, man. We accept too much shit. And we got too much compassion and feel too much remorse for motherfuckers that be fucking up. We don't hold nobody accountable. So he can do whatever the fuck he want to, and then he with Beyonce. So he said
he would Beyonce.
That's what kept him relevant. You know what I mean? If he'd have fucked with fucking Claudia Brooks or whatever the fuck the little what's homegirl name or Ortiz, Claudia Ortiz.
Yeah,
he wouldn't be as big as he is. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, of course. Beyonce is huge.
Yeah, that was his checkmate right there.
Yeah, well,
it's still amazing seeing how far he got though, man.
Of course, man.
Watching this nigga, man, 96, that reasonable doubt. That was my favorite fucking album.
Yeah. No, I love Jay as an MC.
Now.
It's just
watching the progression
and the fact that you can do it, you can make it happen. I just don't like some of his business dealings. Just to keep it 100. So as an MC, rapper, I fuck with him. As a businessman, he's a shrewd businessman, and sometimes I feel, and that's maybe why I'm where I'm at, is I don't think I could be as shrewd as he was when it came to people who helped you build family.
He don't seem like he looked back at all.
Nah, it's all gas.
All
like
gas.
You know what? This is all business, and you could be mad at me because I, had you sign a contract that you didn't read too well, and
I'm sure Beans.
At some point with some people, you should go back and make it right though. Like with Mason,
I agree.
Something like that. You should go back and make it right.
I agree.
You know what you did.
Yeah, I agree. Puff has enough money to cash out every single artist that helped contribute to his legacy. Because at the end of the day,
make that speech.
Right,
make that right,
and then make the speech. Exactly. You know what I mean? And if you a nigga like Puff or Kevin Hart, you're gonna make a documentary about it. And there's going to be a fucking soundtrack attached to it. And in this, exactly. You know what I mean? And again, we go back to what we talked about a couple episodes back. The Old Town Country Road shit. They were not going to let that song lose. They were not. They kept bringing it back in different markets. They made sure that song was going to fucking win. For this independent kid out of nowhere? Yeah. Congratulations, man. Yeah. I'm glad. Happy. Congratulations, man.
Still nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
You gonna get hooked, Molly. You gonna listen to that shit one time.
You gonna end up hearing it once. It reminds me.
I'm never in a situation.
You remember the Nelly shit over and over again? Him and Tim McGraw. Did you ever hear that one? The country.
Now, I've heard.
You never heard when Nelly went country?
Why you not? Why you not going country with us, Molly? Why you not going country?
So at one point, Nelly went country, and
him
and Tim McGraw was a big time country artist. That shit was all over MTV. It was big, huge song. So this is very reminiscent to that. It's very country vibes. Got a little beat to it.
He heard the hook, so
so you heard
and
it, okay.
I think that the hook, to be honest with you, is probably the strongest part of the whole song. You
it's
know
the
what
most
I mean?
catchiest, yeah.
I heard the hook,
but
for sure. I heard the hook.
But again, it's a different age, and you could just be inserted in the motherfucking game. You know what I mean? I don't believe Lil Nas X was some little 18-year-old who just uploaded some shit.
He got lucky and just created.
Got lucky, and all these powerful people said, "We're gonna give this kid a shot, first time in history." Nah, they had him signed on the shelf. He was ready to go and do the story. Here's your song. We're gonna bring in Billy Ray Cyrus, who just don't give a fuck and gonna cash this check. You know what I mean? And yeah, they wouldn't put it on the charts. They took it off the country charts because it wasn't country. It didn't match the beat for tempo.
Yeehaw.
Then he came in, and once he came in, they didn't fight it no more. Now it's country. Now it's cool. A gay black rapper is on the country charts. Let me just run that back. And again, I ain't got no hate for nobody, but let's call it what it is. A gay black rapper is on the country charts. So you might have had a rapper on the country charts. That was Nelly. You probably had a brother on the country charts. That's Nelly, and now they got this new brother who's half black, half white, Kane something or other. So that's happened before, and probably before that it's happened as well. But let's throw all three of those things together out of nowhere. Nah, that's definitely an industry move. And at the end of the day, man, props to Lil Nas X, and this is hopefully he gets a bag that is going to change his generational wealth from this. So if that's who you is, that's who you is, and salute to you.
Do you think he owned his publishing?
Probably not.
He got that mace.
Probably not.
He got $2,000 and a $500 gift card to Marshalls and shit.
Well, I know he's able to buy his mother a house.
All right.
So,
offer touring.
Maybe doing festivals. Now these festivals are $100,000.
No, of course.
But
I mean, you could write it till until your relevance.
Is he in a 360 deal?
Yeah, or he's breaking bread. Yeah.
So I'm getting $100,000 a show, but I'm only seeing $20,000 of that, which again could explain. But it's fucked up. But if you look at it, he's 19 years old, and again, I don't know how intelligent this kid. I don't know what career path he was on before he started rapping, but most 19-year-olds have very menial jobs, so they would love $100,000 over a 3 or 4 month period of time to perform some shows. You know what I mean? So maybe that's good for him now. In the long run, if you take a look at it, Taylor Swift, all her big records, she don't own any of them.
Damn.
Oh yeah. No.
One thing we do know he got
that
his lottery ticket.
Was it.
This is
so
you're
not
gonna get another big song
you better
like that.
put that money away. Say that budget.
And hopefully
try to get Drake on some shit in fucking a year or two.
This is it.
Hopefully whoever he sold that publishing to, he can maybe have enough bread to get it back. Cause they'll sell it back. Didn't Russ buy Sierra publishing back? We've heard all these stories of people being able to buy their publishing back. So you just got to come up with the bread.
Hey, that is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, but you know what? At least I'm not condoning what happened, but think about all those groups that came before hip hop, all the other brothers and sisters, who we still singing songs that are 60, 40, 50 years old, and they still ain't seen a penny.
I see this cat going techno.
Okay.
And doing the shows all around the world, doing the Pitbull style thing. I could see him going the Pitbull route.
Right.
Because who can't do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he has the whole gay community behind him.
He can do that club disco type shit. Yeah.
Just tour
and he's young enough to,
boom, boom stuff.
Yeah, that is.
Yep.
So I didn't send this question to you guys, so I don't know if you guys are aware or not, but this is a perfect segue, Molly. Speaking of disco and that EDM music, Elon Musk dropped a song where he's a EDM DJ. It's on SoundCloud. The rich inventor taking niggas to Jupiter and Mars and all that other shit is an EDM DJ. When you get a chance, check it out. The shit is crazy. In his spare time, he's just cooking up tracks. And
really?
I want to know what his studio like. Because the beat is kind of boo boo, but I want to know what his studio looked like. Because he's one of the richest dudes in the world. Wow. You better have your shit
up. You probably got the same shit Dre got. He just
producing trash. That's crazy. He in there banging on turning expensive ass knobs. I know what he's doing. That's wild. That's wild. But all right, fellas, let's go ahead and let's wrap it up real quick again. Molly, I want to thank you for coming through, man, and chilling with us, man. And you know, yeah, like you said, rest in peace, Kobe, man. Very tragic passing, and everybody who was on that plane, man. And rest in peace to Tiffany Shine as well, man. And yeah, get well, Pooh, man. And yeah, man. Go Niners, man. And
get well,
just
Pooh.
Everybody, man. Hug your babies, man.
Sunday,
tell your friends you love them.
Listen to this.
Call your mama. Call your daddy. You know what I mean? Just time is so short, and that's what we really need to focus on in 2020. Use your time wisely, and hopefully used it wisely today by listening to the show. Simon, any parting words?
Man, just thanks for tuning in, and yeah, same thing, man. Reach out to your loved ones, man. Not everybody here forever, man, and you don't know what can happen tomorrow. It's not promised. None of this is promised to any of us, you know. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna be back on that bullshit next week, and that's it.
And again, it's been your boy Hip Hop Old Head, aka D Moraney, listening to an honest conversation about hip hop. In order to find us, Spotify, Google Play, Libsyn, or anywhere that you can find quality podcasts. We out. Peace.